It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on George Pickens. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Ravens and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They're going to look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. You look at this Baltimore defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And London, the motion man, right. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now this completes a Polk. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now Lance. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The Lance going to throw. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Ravens at 11-5 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still
Stay
second
alert,
down.
don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now a stoppage here for an injured player. Oh, boy, that's Trey Lance, who appears to be worse for the wear. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And London motioning left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, it's Lance. And that one to the right side and incomplete. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And you can see finding the end zone hasn't been much of a problem for him. He enters his final week of the season as the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. They'll run here with a rookie. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Try to run for it with Jacobs. He stiff-arms it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Lance looking to throw it. That is caught. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Lance now to throw.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. This a 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it.
A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Throwing now is Lance. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. Now a play fake. Lance. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Micah Parsons.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Deep to return is Darius Davis.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Fighting to stay upright.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here's Lance. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Play action, now it's Lance.
This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Miami set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Minshew dancing to his left. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Minshew.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw it, Minshew.
Now this complete to Polk.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Minshew sets to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Off play action, it's Minshew. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Isaiah Pacheco with a touchdown run. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The Lance going to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Off of play action, here's Lance. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw, it's Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Now Lance again.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Micah Parsons.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Lance looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Here's Lance to throw it.
A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Option play. Here's Cook.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Nick Herbig,
he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and the lead will hold at 10.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. This is Brown going up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. On play action, they'll throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Micah Parsons.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Now 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance. That is caught.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Now a stoppage here for an injured player. Oh, boy, that's Trey Lance, who appears to be worse for the wear. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Yeah, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 13. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation. This is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. This is 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll start with the option. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. An injury stoppage, and it looks like, yeah, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now. They'll boot it away from about his 35.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So the Dolphins now down by 13. A minute 36 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. London hauls this one in, and he gets this up just shy of the 15.
A gain of 12 yards.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Ravens,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Miami,